Good morning, students. Today we are going to study History Lesson 4 Intellectual Awakening and Socio-Political Changes. In this lesson, the main learning objectives are to understand the transition of society from 6th century to 2nd century BC. Next, to familiarize ourselves with the essence of new religious faiths. What are they? Buddhism, Jainism, and Ajvika in India, Zoroastrianism in Persia, and Confucianism and Taoism in China. Next, to become aware of the circumstances that led to the formation of states with a focus on Magadha Empire. Last, to understand the socio-political changes of the pre-Mauryan and Mauryan states. Now, introduction. A new civilization began to develop in northern India with the revival of trade and urbanization during the 6th century BC. In this period of major political and social changes in North India, Buddha and Mahavira were born. In the century following their death, Buddhism and Jainism took root as major religions in India. This meant that a new religious orders were coming up with many followers propagating new beliefs and philosophies. Similarly, Zoroastrianism in Persia and Confucianism in Taoism in China became popular during this period. Religion in the 6th century. The new civilizations that emerged in the new Iron Age had certain common features. They were characterized by the proliferation of new crafts, growth of long distance trade, building of cities and towns, rise of universalistic religions, and evolution of a code of conduct. 6th century BC, that was therefore a period of exceptional development in all spheres of life such as material, cultural, and intellectual. About this time, we find that a number of prominent men, great thinkers, and founders of new religions lived, making it a period of a great historical importance. Philosophical and religious thinkers such as Confucius in China, Zoroaster in Iran, and Mahavira and Buddha in India gained popularity in 6th century BC. First, Confucianism. In the 6th century BC, two great thinkers were born in China. They are Confucius and Lao Tzu. They laid down the systems of morals and social behavior for individuals and communities. But after their death, temples were built in their memory, and the philosophy they taught was developed into a religion. Known as Confucianism and Taoism, respectively, their books were held in great reverence in China. Confucianism exerted a big influence on not only the political class of China but also on the common people. First, Confucius. Confucius was born in the Shantung province of China in 551 BC. He studied history, poetry, philosophy, and music. He is the author of 5 important works. The Book of Records, which is chiefly ethical, providing guidelines for the regulation of human society. Second, the Book of Words. It illustrates the sound of principles of morality in songs. Third one, the Book of Changes dealing with metaphysics. Fourth one, The Spring and Autumn Annals, a code of political morality, and the last one, the Book of History. It narrates the events and legends of the early religions of China. Next, 5 cardinal principles of Confucius ethics. What are they? Humanness, righteousness, propriety, wisdom, truthworthiness. What are they? 5 cardinal principles are humanness, righteousness, property, wisdom, and truthworthiness. Confucius said that wisdom grows from the family and that the foundation of society is the disciplined individual in an orderly family. The superior man, according to him, is not merely intelligent or scholarly, but his character should be exemplary. His character should be exemplary. The superior man of Confucius possesses 3 virtues. The 3 possess are intelligence, courage, and goodwill. Though Confucius insisted on children obeying parents and wife her husband, he also clearly proposed that when the command is wrong, a son should resist his father and a minister should resist the prince. When asked about the government, he said that there are 3 requisites for it. There should be sufficiency of food, sufficiency of military equipment, and confidence of the people in their ruler. What else? There should be sufficiency of food, sufficiency of military equipment, and confidence of the people in their ruler. Next one, Taoism. Founder was Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu, the greatest of the pre-Confucian philosophers, was 53 years older than Confucius. He is the older of Confucius. Lao Tzu was born in 604 BC, disgusted with the intrigues of politicians and the prevailing corruption of his time. He left China to live in a peaceful abode. Lao Tzu wrote a book in 2 parts, running into 5,000 words. He wrote a book into 2 parts, running about 5,000 words. He then disappeared from the place and no one knew where he died. His book, Tao Te Ching, is a guide to the contact of life. He wrote a book, Tao Te Ching. Teachings of Lao Tzu, Laoism. Teachings. The cause of human unhappiness in the world is human selfishness. Selfishness creates unlimited human desires which can never be satisfied. Second, in nature, all the things act in a natural way. The law of human contact must correspond with nature. Third one, humans live a life under the regulation of someone. This is because they have acquired knowledge and have not remained innocent. On the basis of their acquired knowledge, they have built up an urban civilization and have made themselves unhappy. What are the teachings of Lao Tzu? The cause of human unhappiness is the world is human selfishness. Selfishness creates unlimited human desires which can never be satisfied. Second, in nature, all the things act in a natural way. The law of human contact must correspond with nature. Third one, humans live in a life under the regulation of someone. This is because they have acquired knowledge and have not remained innocent. On the basis of their acquired knowledge, They have built up an urban civilization and have made themselves unhappy. Next one, Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism is one of the oldest of the revealed world religions. It's remained as the state religion of the three great Iranian empires which flourished from the 6th century BC and dominated much of the Middle East. Zoroaster of Persia is the founder of Zoroastrianism. Who is the founder of Zoroastrianism? Zoroaster. Zoroaster was pained to find his people worshipping primitive deities. He revolted against it and proclaimed to the world that there is one God, that is Ahura Mazda, that is Lord of Light. He propagated one God, that is Ahura Mazda, that is the Lord of Light. The holy book of Zoroastrians is Zen Avesta. The holy book is Zen Avesta. It is a collection of sacred literature of different epochs containing religious hymns, invocations, prayers, confessions, laws, myths, and sacred reminiscences. The doctrines and rituals of the Zoroastrians have much similarity to those of the Vedas. Next, teachings of Zoroastrianism. Zoroaster thought that the great object of religion, state, or society is the cultivation of morality. The highest religious conception is purity of thought, word, and deed. He asserted that Ahura Mazda has 7 qualities. Ahura Mazda has 7 qualities. They are light, good mind, right, dominion, piety, well-being, and last one, immorality. Ahura Mazda is omniscient, knows everything. That is, omniscience is known everything. Omnipotent it is all powerful, and omnipresent is everywhere. In Zoroastrianism, sacrifice and image worship were discarded. Sacrifice and image worship, that is discarded. Fire was worshipped as a symbol of deity and considered the highest form of worship. Which is the highest form of worship? Fire. Charity was made an essential part of religion, and service to the poor was particularly emphasized. What is emphasized? Service to poor. Then, impact of iron technology in India. In the Gangetic Valley, people learned to produce crops more than that was required for subsistence. So, another section of people took up some professional crafts as their livelihood. Like the farmers, these craftsmen are also to rely on a group of people who collected raw materials and distributed to the craft products. Early urbanization happened in two ways. Early urbanization happened in two ways. One was as a result of some villages specializing in blacksmithy, pottery, carpentry, cloth weaving, and the like. The other was on account of the congregation of specialized craftsmen in villages close to where the raw materials were available and where markets were present. Such a concentration enabled villages to evolve into towns and exchange centers. Important centers are Vaishali, Shravasti, Rajagriha, Kausambi, and Kashi. Vaishali, Shravasti, Rajagriha, Kausambi, and Kashi were some significant commercial centers of the Gangetic Plain. Then religion. post Rig Vedic. Three more Vedas. Three more Vedas. They are Yajur, Sama and Atharva. Were composed after the Rig Veda. So first one is Rig Veda, second Yajur, then Sama and Atharva. Manuals of rituals called Brahmanas that specifying rhyming words to be sung and two commentaries on certain Rig Vedic rhymes called Aranyakas. It containing knowledge to be learned secretly in the forest, and the Upanishads were compiled in the upper Gangetic plain during 1000 to 600 BC. Okay, ma, in this lesson today we studied what is religion, Confucianism and Taoism, Confucius, 5 cardinal principles of Confucius epics, then Taoism, teachings of Laozi, then Zoroastrianism, then teachings, impact of iron technology India, religion post Rig Vedic. Okay students, we will meet you the next class. Thank you students.